Hey, Gearbox here. Welcome to Notes from the Madden Underground. Unless I pull a golden ticket, then we're going to name it Insane Golden Ticket Pull. But that's neither here nor there. We got a lot of things to go through, talking about the Ultimate Legends, talking about bots here, as I've talked to some people about it, like five different, pretty smart people from what I can judge on bots on the auction house. And we'll get to that in a second. We're going to talk about the round 2, 3 through 6 players in the packs. We'll talk a little about Madden Tourney. And that's going to kind of be our video for today while we open packs. But first, let's go through the stats of these ULs since I didn't make the video last night on this. Lawrence Taylor rightfully is insane, right? Endgame, easy. Right up there with Clowney for mobility. Agility, 90, I guess, is the major factor. But he does get +1s because he still needs to be powered up versus Clowney, as I don't currently have that Lawrence Taylor on my squad. Is it worth buying him versus just using the power-up pass this weekend and buying like Randy Moss from last weekend? That's to be determined still. But overall, Lawrence Taylor, you guys know, greatest pass rusher of all time. I don't even think that's a very controversial opinion when a lot of people say GOAT in other sports between Jordan and LeBron. Well, I guess Gretzky is basically GOAT in hockey, and there's really no arguing there. Maybe there might be some people who argue others. Regardless, all right. That Ultimate Legend, insane. We also got Walter here. I'm going to go through his stats quickly. These are the cards that we're going to be pulling for, and, of course, golden tickets. So, Walter Payton, I'm going to compare him to, like, Barry Sanders here as, Sweetness and Sanders, SNS, going together. Pretty similar, right? Similar stats, though Walter does have a lot of trucking. That is an insane difference. Will Walter Payton's weight allow him to truck guys like Derrick Henry? No. Weight does matter at the running back position for falling forward and stuff. But I've seen Barry Sanders plow through Gilbert Brown and drive him forward 3 yards, so it doesn't matter as much as it should. It does matter a little bit, don't get me wrong, but it should matter more in the game than it really does. With that said, Walter Payton, yeah, crazy. But, we've kind of had this. You got to power him up to get that human joystick on him. But he is a gold 99, so he's very pretty. Very, very pretty, even without the power up. But yeah, human joystick I feel like is a necessity on a running back right now. And Walter gets it, so he is one of the few that are necessarily, or he needs to be on your team. The last one is Tuggle, who is a lot less exciting than the first two, but he's a limited, so I'm totally okay. Wow, this is insane price for a limited. 3.8 for a whatever card, right? Like, dog's going for the same much. I'm saying dog too much. Dude's going for the same amount of coins as, like, golden ticket Taylor Mays, and there's, like, I don't know. Maybe, but no. With like, Shaz out right now, who can get Enforcer, definitely not worth the price tag, but we'll see what he falls to tomorrow as more people pull packs for him. But yeah, that's an insane price. If you're paying this price for Tuggle, I gotta hand it to you. You are fucking insane. I do not want to meet you in a back alley when it's dark out, because that's a fight that you are going to win. All right, anyways, let's pull some packs and talk about, kind of an update to that botting video a little bit. So I've talked to, like I said, a bunch of different people on this. The opinion that stood out most to me is one guy, and I'm not going to identify who I talked to on this stuff. He basically said, if you're trying to do this, if this is a third-party bot, not EA, you're one of the dumbest people I know. Because if you guys recall a few years ago, people did this on FIFA, where it was a little different. Everything's done a little differently, right? Because, once a vulnerability pops up, you got to find a new one. It's just like loopholes, right, in Madden. So, actually, I should open Ultimate Legend pack. We can see which one of those are looking like today. So, with that said, because EA will go after you and try and put you in jail when you try and, quote-unquote, get into the systems, bot it, do whatever, like the FIFA people did. They had, like, API access, and they, like, were sending solo completion somethings to the servers or whatever, which allowed them to get, like, infinite coins. They stole, like, EA said $16 million from them. It is funny that EA says coins are not worth real-world money until they want to put you in jail. Then coins are definitely worth real-world money, and you definitely stole from them. So it's just EA's, another one of their, backhanded bullshit. But regardless, they said it is possible if you're running, like, okay, I got a few different opinions on these bots. So they said it's possible, but with every single, like, account that you do, if you have it going, you're most likely banned within the day, right? So if you have what looks like a bot, because EA is pretty decent on bots on the auction house, what it is. Come on! 99. 97. I'll friggin' take that, though. Another big one. 99. Okay. Well, almost got the YouTuber luck. So they basically said you're not a smart person if you're going to do it, and you'll get bot. But the way of getting around it with a lot of this stuff is by basically making a lot of accounts, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be one person. I don't want to blame China for all the world's problems, but using them as an example, right? Say you have, like, a factory in China with 100 people making $1 a day. I don't know. I'm making up these stats right now. But like, say they're all making new Microsoft accounts, new accounts for different, say, virtual, or basically a lot of slaved phones. So say you have an iOS and you can just buy a bunch of phones and then you just throw them all on the mobile auction house. You can get around the API limit, the auction house, the 100, and you have a bot set up. So your bot can go and then you can rotate your bots and you could technically get around it. So when I said it's going to be EA's bullshit, even though it's most likely EA's bullshit, it's not 100% them anymore, based off the people that said it is technically possible, although hard to do. 96, really nice. But I think I still lost coins on this pack. So we're down to 5,000 coins on the account. We'll be streaming and doing some more dumb stuff, of course. We'll try and sell some stuff back, get some more coins. So technically possible to bot by using just a whole bunch of accounts that will get banned over and over. You just create new accounts. So you do basically brute force it that way. So there it is for the bots. I still am working with MuttLeaks. He says he can show something that can show the extra 100 on the auction house to get around it. So I'm working with him, seeing if he can do it. He's not going to ever release it or anything because he says they could potentially destroy it because, we see it as a potential destruction of our economy. Wow, I got way more training than I need. I should do some re-rolls and sell some shit on the block. But one get a player. So we'll see. I'll do a follow-up video if MuttLeaks ever gets around to it or if he's able to do it at all, get around the 100 limit, and then like a bot that can do that without getting banned instantly. Because, yeah, signing up for new emails, new Microsoft accounts, kind of annoying. I will say I'm a little disappointed in EA's choice on their round 2, 3, 6 players, moving on to that, because the Steelers didn't get any, and I am a selfish son of a bitch. But outside of that, I'm really disappointed that they're only in packs. There was no set to do them. There's no set for like, all right, trade in a bunch of low elites, and you can get yourself a draft class 20, round 2 to 6 player. So right now, like some of them are actually like wickedly expensive because they're demanded for theme teams. Some of them are cheap as hell, right? Some of them have gone down today with people buying packs and stuff, but a little disappointed that they are just randomly in packs and not like a set or something out there, or maybe even a re-roll system for them. But you know what? I'm just glad that we got some more cards in game, even though they're basically irrelevant for most teams right now. 90-94 cards. They're nice to have, but I wish they were higher overall. The Madden tournament, it's on salary cap. Maybe we'll do a whole video on this stuff, but I'm a little disappointed, because I think it'd be more relevant to a lot of us if it was on just regular MUT Unlimited. And I've always hated this idea because then competitive players will have more to say about MUT Unlimited. But it is not that interesting because it's just dive, stretch, and the passes are having a really hard time about it because it's really hard to build a passing offense with abilities and how expensive they are versus a running offense, and people load up on D this year. So it's a defensive struggle. As we know, it's hard as hell to pass unless you're running rollout corners, but rollout corner quarterbacks are super expensive, so you got to really nerf yourself else other places. Regardless, though, it's just the meta. We know it. We play it every day. It's annoying to play against. It's annoying to watch. But, that's what it is, right? We'll see who ends up winning it all. But that's kind of all the things I want to talk about today. So it looks like it's going to be a notes from the Madden Underground, as there's no big-ass golden ticket pulls. We got some decent high 90s pulls, but that's it. So a little bit of a cool day for Lawrence Taylor that he came out, but overall, packs still dry as hell. Don't buy them. Don't make the same mistakes I do. And until next time, thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you tomorrow.